Hello everyone, today's third lesson is based on French and we're going to be learning all about, and that is recipes in English. And here we have a picture and you might recognise some of the words on the picture there. It's called My Book of Recipes. So today's lesson is going to be all about learning how to complete a recipe, and there's actually two recipes. One is for a chocolate cake and one is for French crepes. And the recipes are going to be in French and you've got to try and follow them to make the items. Before we start baking the items, we need to get the utensils organised that we're going to require. So here is a slide with pictures of the different items you're going to need, and there's also sound files right beside them and the French words. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the different pictures, select which one you're going to start with, and press the sound file next to its description. So here is the whisk, and I would like you to repeat what the Frenchman is saying so that you can practice your pronunciation as you go through the recipe. And if we do plate, so again, you're repeating after the person has just said it. This slide helps you with basic instructions for when you're doing your recipe. So if you need to crack an egg, you would be told to. Or if you need to whisk the eggs, you would be told to. This slide helps us with the measurements that we're going to require. So for all the ingredients, it tells us how much we're going to need. So if we needed, for example, a can of something, you would go up to the top here, find the English words, match up the French, and press your sound file. And again, I would like you to practice saying all of the French on the slide, just to try and get yourself familiar with it. So here are the various ingredients you'll need for making your chocolate cake. And again, they're in French with sound files, so to practice going through them and saying them correctly. Now, this slide is where the harder work begins. You're going to read through the recipe for the chocolate cake and you're going to try and translate what you've got to do to make the cake using what you've just learned. So if you need to go back and listen to some of the sound files again, or try and match up the words on this slide and other slides, then please do so. The previous slides are there to help you. So just try your very best. You might want to print off this slide and write on it, or you could just write it in your home learning jotter, whatever's easiest for you. And you're going to try and translate the whole thing as best as you possibly can. Now, if you can only work out a few words in each sentence, that's totally fine, as long as you're trying your very best. Once you have translated the previous slide in French, this is your answer sheet. So this tells you what ingredients you are going to need and the recipe for the cake. So if you want to check if you are right, come to this slide and it will correct it for you. It'll tell you the answers. So well done if you were getting it right. Good job. Next is your crepe ingredients and recipe. So if you could go ahead and do just the same as we did for the chocolate cake, but for all the information about crepes. Once you've completed both recipes, you might want to go on and actually do the recipe, so make the items. Either or, if you could take some photos as you're translating or as you're baking, just so that I can see what you're all up to, that would be great. Hope you've enjoyed this and hope it's been helpful, guys. Thank you.